Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wonder Woman Says.
Hi.
Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed our little parking lot review last night. We went and saw the latest Top Gun. It was a really good experience.
Yep, and you couldn't really see us in the car, so it was also kind of spooky.
Yeah, then again, it was past midnight, so that's kind of be expected.
And the gas station was abandoned in a KFC. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, but that movie is real good. Actually, I think it's a lot better than the first movie, to be honest.
I'll give you that one, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about Top Gun tonight. We're here to talk about comic books, where we talk about the best here on Wonder Woman Says. And boy, do we got some good ones for you tonight. Of course, if you've been keeping up with the news lately, DC's gonna have a Black Adam movie like at the end of this year. Of course, The Rock is gonna be starring in it. The movie's been in the works for years now. I'm glad to see it's finally gonna happen. I know The Rock's been pushing for it for years.
I think Entertainment Weekly was talking about it back when I was in high school, so.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time ago, back when we were in high school.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, DC took it upon themselves to actually make a mini-series for Black Adam. I don't know why it took them so long, but I know Black Adam's been becoming a far more prominent character this decade. He's been involved with the Justice League, and it's been in the middle of all kind of stuff. Well, this is a very big moment for him, comic book wise.
Yeah, he finally bought a hoodie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you take this off, do kind of look like Moon Knight a little bit here.
Or Black Lightning.
Yeah. Now, here we see Black Adam is in Washington, D.C. He's being, I guess you say he's the center of attention at this hearing that they're doing that's concerning the matters of Kahndaq, the country that he's governing over. Of course, you can see he obviously doesn't want to be there. He's pretty much taunting the people that are trying to carry out the hearing, insisting that they call him Lord. Of course, they ask him where was he last night, why he can't pay attention. We see he's about to do battle here with what appears to be Thanos. Well, not Thanos, what?
Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid. He looks so alike.
Even though Darkseid came first.
Yeah. Of course, Black Adam gets the best of him, needless to say. I do like this little splash pages right here. This is really cool. Of course, Black Adam takes the fight to Darkseid, and of course, we're about to see not everything is as it appears, because we find out that Darkseid was actually an illusion of this being right here.
Is that Desaad?
Yeah. Of course, Black Adam wants to know where's his master at, but then we never do get the conclusion of this.
Stop saying, of course.
Okay, so we're taken back to the hearing. Of course, Black Adam is just sitting there, kind of going through the motions, not really listening to what they have to say. But then he reminds them about the budget of the country that they're so concerned about. How everybody's struggling there. How it shouldn't be their concern of what's going on over there. Of course, he prematurely walks out of the hearing, even though he's not really supposed to, but they can't really stop him, so he just goes on his way.
Diplomatic immunity, I guess.
Yeah. Also doesn't help, too. He got powers that can easily destroy them all whenever he wants.
Your crown is crooked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I know it's cool to wear it sideways, but you're an adult.
Yeah. Of course, we come to the outside. Outside scene is raining. It's still in Washington, D.C. A man lies dead, apparently assassinated. The cops and all the intel, the appropriate intel, come to find out who this guy was. They find out he was a part of the Kandaki tribe. He was a governor there. They found that he was shot in the head. Of course, Black Adam finds out what happened to him. They're thinking Black Adam might get blamed for it. Black Adam's told to contact his wife, and I'm not gonna take you any further because I don't want to spoil what's happening. Although I will give a hint. The ending of this book got a lot of fanboys mad on the internet because they don't like what happened at the end. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You get this book, you'll see what I mean. It's typical reaction to when they see something different that they don't approve of. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You probably know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, he takes off his hoodie and he was wearing a t-shirt that says, "Ask me about my feminist agenda."
Well, I wish it were just that. Yeah, but you've been around the Star Wars camps enough. You'll see where I'm going with it. Well, I'm really glad that Black Adam is finally getting his moment to shine now. It took him forever.
Yeah, sorry about my hand. It's just something weird in here, like a bug.
Oh.
You know what that bug is my bug in my ear about that issue of the Punisher you got over yonder. So, real quick, give us an out of 10. We can get to the good stuff.
Well, I guess out of 10, I have to give this book an 8. I like the story. I like where everything is heading. I like how this new direction is being set up for the character. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I like that DC's taking all these risks as of late with the characters that they wouldn't have took not too long ago.
And spoiler alert, the bag is already on the floor.
Yeah, I guess that's 1 point for them.
All right, so we all know about DC's pro bag agenda, but what about Marvel?
Well, I guess we're gonna, for the first time on this show, review a Punisher comic.
I know it says he loves New York.
Yeah.
But does he, though?
I don't know if the Punisher loves anybody anymore, to be honest.
Does he want to know what love is? Does he want you to show him?
Maybe. Well, we see the Punisher, we see Frank Castle at the park reading the issue of the New York Post. The headline is gonna really give some insight to what's happening in this story.
And in modern day.
Yeah. Of course, he's approached by what appears to be a drug dealer trying to sell him some drugs. Frank, of course, isn't going for it at all. He pretty much threatens to kill the guy, tells him to unload all his stash on the ground. The guy threatens to kill him because he feels disrespected, but Frank, all he does is just let him off. I guess you say he shows him mercy. All he does is knock him out.
His name may be Frank, but that guy just got vicked.
Yeah. He pretty much stomps on all his drugs and goes on his way. He gets to a payphone, calls up Microchip. They end up at this new place that Microchip bought. Microchip is desperate to go on some more adventures with Frank and get back in business, so to speak. Because Microchip is his sidekick, pretty much tells Frank what's going on and all that kind of stuff.
So he's like Huggy Bear.
He's kind of like Alfred in a way. I guess he's like a more technically advanced Alfred because he always like making stuff for Frank and all that kind of stuff.
So he doesn't know the word on the street?
Oh yeah, I definitely say he would.
So, Huggy Bear. Quadrat demonstrandum.
Oh, okay. But then in the house, Frank is deciding to crash there before they go to what's going to be their new headquarters, so to speak. Of course, Frank goes to take a shower. He discovers the water's not working, which of course leads to this. There's a news report saying that there's officially a drought underway in New York because the pipes have been sabotaged, basically. We soon find out this is all part of a terrorist plot by a group called the Water Boys. We about to
The
find
Water Boys.
Yeah, we about to find out how totally inaccurate that name is. So it turns out the Water Boys is threatening the mayor, and they're gonna pretty much shut the whole water system down. They don't get $20 million from the city. But of course the city is broke, so they kind of backed into a corner now. The FBI decides to get in on it, decides to try to guard the remaining stations that haven't been hit. Oh, we see Nick Fury here. Nick Fury's a part of this case too. He's helping out the FBI and the police. Frank Castle shows up to try to get some more information. Nick definitely not happy to see him either.
You ever notice they draw them very similarly?
Yeah, I do. Nick almost tries to convince Frank to go try to talk to the police officer if he wants some more help, but we know that's not happening. Especially if you know anything about Frank and his exploits.
But the cops love the Punisher.
Yeah, we wish it was that simple.
Well, in real life they do, you know.
Yeah,
Fuckers.
they do. And then Frank heads off to a submarine that Michael built for him, because he anticipated there might be some trouble involving the water system. So Frank gets in the submarine, he heads off underwater to the other side of town where Microchip is hiding out at. Here, we see the people that are actually involved in the whole water plot. It's actually these women right here. One of these women is really out for revenge because they fired her father. The other woman just wants the money. But then we see this woman who's supplying the guns. She just pretty much wants to bring the whole city down. She just don't like New York at all. She's more of a commando type, as you can see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. The girl's kind of worried about her because she's kind of got a hair trigger. She's more violent too. They kind of try to keep her on a leash. Of course, you can see these women all got conflicting reasons for why they want to do this.
What kind of a world is it when you can't trust a trigger-happy mercenary?
Yeah. So Frank and Microchip start trying to figure out where the Water Boys are going to strike next. But then, of course, Nick Fury stops by. He pretty much threatens Frank, tell him not to get involved. And then we see the next station that these girls are going to hit. One of the girls try to lure the cop out, acting like she has trouble with her car, but it's actually a double cross so they can get their way into the building.
Using sex as a weapon? How dare they?
Yeah. Of course, they make their way into the building. They knock off all the remaining guards that stand in their way. They find a way to get into the elevator so it can get to where the pipes are down below it. Now that they're actually in where the water pipes are, they're trying to figure out how they're gonna shut all the water systems down for good. But Frank is on his way, little do they know. Frank is in his submarine trying to get his way into the control tower, I guess you could call it.
Does it have a cute name like the Punisherine or something?
They call it the Tipperillo, that's what they call it.
In toy stores now.
Of course, Frank, he does eventually get through to the control tower. The girls, needless to say, they're not happy to see him at all. He's taken by surprise too. He's expecting some men to be doing this. He didn't think it'd actually be some women.
Oh, give a Tipperella to a lady. Now the title makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because then they immediately start trying to kill him. Of course, Frank ain't going for that. You know he's gonna fight back, whether it's a man or woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle of all the mayhem, they actually hit a few controls and sealed off all the vents. Now fire's getting ready to happen.
At a water pump? Ironic.
And Frank and the last remaining person he can get after get out there before they pretty much suffocate to death or burn, one of the two.
I just like how it says voop, 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 voop.
Yeah.
That's just fun to say. Voop, voop, voop,
Yeah.
voop, voop.
They get into the submarine and head to safety. They try to anyway before the water pressure gets too much. They miraculously make it back to the surface. Frank is with the last surviving member of the Water Boys. Frank gives her over to Nick Fury. Nick asks her why did they do it. She said that she hates New York. That's the end of this issue. It's a pretty much standalone story. Ain't no open endings here. It's an open and shut case in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Surprising too, Frank doesn't really
Kill
I guess
anyone?
you could say he let the girl die, but he doesn't directly cause her death though. That's kind of a rarity for a Punisher comic.
That's supposed to be that kinder or gentler Punisher we keep hearing about.
Yeah, because they actually went a whole issue without blowing anybody away. That's something you don't see in too many Punisher comics. Because he had some opportunities too, but he didn't take them.
Alright, so out of 5.
I give it a 4. It's not a major story. Nothing significant happened here. It's just, you can feel they kind of just put it together because they needed something to put out for the month. But sometimes that's all you really need to get a good story. You don't have to have like a 6 and 8 part saga to, get into something. You could actually wrap something up in just one issue and that'd be enough.
So like how all we need for a good video is a bag to fall down.
Yeah. But
Alright.
yeah, I give it a 4. It's a good Punisher story. You should be able to find this book real simply. It's not really worth anything at all. You should find it for just the cover price, $1 even now.
Alrighty, so what do we have in mind for next week?
Next week, I'm really thinking about reviewing either the new Harley Quinn or the first DC versus Vampires that I keep hearing about. Although I'm really leaning towards reviewing the new Iron Cat that's coming out. That's looking really great. Man, for a blast from the past, who knows? Maybe we might review a Toxic Avenger comic. That'll be a real change of pace.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of my hand in this. I don't know why, but I was like trying to adjust the tripod. We have a tripod now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was like trying to adjust it, and, the camera's over here, but normally it's like over here somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very hands-on episode.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final thoughts before we head out?
All I want to say is, I know you're looking forward to the new Thor movie that's coming out. We definitely are looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely can't wait to see it.
Alrighty. So remember to like and subscribe, ring the bell, share on Twitter, Instagram, Parler if you're into that fuck site.
Yeah. It's probably even still around.
I think so. There's 500 people on it, but
including, unfortunately, Kane.
yes.
Yeah.
He's gone heel in real life.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well.
Oh, yeah, I do want to say one thing. Yeah, I do think it's wrong what they did last week with overturning Roe versus Wade. That's just sickening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, you don't got any right to tell a woman, a trans man, or whatever what to do with their body. People have a right to get an abortion if they want to. It's not up to anybody but that person. I think we got to fight to really get Roe versus Wade back because this is just unconstitutional.
Right, so as much as the Democrats suck, vote blue this November.
Yeah, like your life depended on it for real.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, I know I'm going to be holding my nose and voting for those stupid people.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so in the meantime, We love you all.
Yeah, see you next episode.
Bye.